stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys a whole lot for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this trendy boning structured sleeve. It is a trendy sleeve. I've had it for a long time on my phone, so I just decided to share this video with you people now. So and once you want to make this sleeve, it's very simple and easy. It looks a little bit complicated, but it's like the easiest sleeve ever. So what you are going to do, once you take your client's measurement, here is what you are going to do. From this chest part, that's where you are going to place your tape, and then you measure across the top of the biceps area to the center back like this. So you measure it to the center back like this. So what you have, so for this, you see what I have about 16 inches. So that's from this part to this part. So I have about 16 inches. So that's what we're going, that's just like the measurement that we're going to use. And then you are going to measure how high you also want it to be. You can measure that part also. So these are like basically the two measurements that we're going to use. So now let's go back to our table. Okay, so these are the materials that I'm going to be using for this video. So this is my boning. I have two types of boning here. This is the Regeline boning. It is very flexible. You can actually stitch on top of it. And while this is the plastic boning, you see it is a little bit stronger, so you cannot stitch. So for this class, we're going to be making use of the Regeline boning. So we'll keep this aside. And then the other thing we're going to use, I'm going to be making use of hair stay. You can actually make use of a stronger paper stay. So this is like a soft gum stay. So I'm on this video, this soft gum stay, I'm going to iron it on the lining part while I'll iron my hair stay on the actual fabric part. So it is better that way, because if you iron this on the actual fabric part, it is going to be squeezing. So I'm not, but hair stay does not squeeze. So that's the beauty of using hair stay. So we're just going to measure out the amount of fabric that I'm going to use now. So in measuring this out, you know, we measured out 16 inches. So I'll fold my fabric now. And so like I said, this sleeve is very simple, but if you are looking at it, it will be looking a little bit complicated. So what I'm going to do, I'll fold my fabric like this. So it's folded at 11 inches, and then I'll fold like this again. So you notice now my fabric is folded into 4. It is folded into 4, and you know I'm using 16, but my mannequin is a little bit tiny. My own, when I measured myself, my own, if I'm making this sleeve for myself, I'm going to use about 27 inches. So I want you to note that. So 16, because my fabric is divided into 2, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, it's divided into 4. I'm going to measure 8 inches like this. I'm not dividing it into 4. So this is 8 inches. 8 plus 8 is 16. And then I'll add, I'm just going to add, make it 10 inches just to be on the safe side. So this is 10 inches now. So I'm going to come to this part. This part is going to be the high part of the sleeve. So I'm going to use 7 inches for this part like this. 7 inches, and then on the edge part, this is the part that will enter into the chest area and will enter into the back. That's the zipper back. So on this part, I'm going to use about 3 inches or 3.5 inches. So you see, it is simple. Just mark it like this. I'm just trying to, and then I'll use my pattern curve like this just to give it a defined shape. This is to give it that defined shape. And then I will cut. So you see, when you open it up, this is how it's going to look like. So that is why when you fix it, you see this part is looking standing, and then this part is curved. So what I'm going to do now, the next thing, I'm going to cut out a second one that I'm going to use to line it. Okay, so you see I've cut out the 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do now, iron my gum stay on this one, my hair stay, and then I'll iron my medium stay on this one now. So I'll do that and then come back and show you. Okay, so you see I finished ironing them. So you see my hair stay and then you see my gum stays. So there's something that I realized that my sleeve is a little bit too wide. You know, this top part like this. So I'm going to fold it so you see it properly. You know, we actually use 7 inches for this part, so we're going to reduce it now a little bit. I'm going to come, we used 7 inches and then use 3 inches on this part. So I'm going to come like this, and I will reduce this part to about 4 to 5 inches. So after stitching, it's going to be like 4.5. So I've reduced this to 5 inches, and then this part I'm going to reduce it to as much as 2 inches. So I want you to please take note of that, and then we're going to slant it back into our, to get that beautiful curve for it. So I'll trim it out now. So you see, it is better now. So it's not looking too big again. So the next thing I'm going to do now, so I'm going to take my boning. So this is the lining part. So on the actual fabric, I'm going to stitch this boning like this. I'm just going to stitch it around like this. I'll just leave like about 1/4 of an inch on the side that I will use to turn the both of them together. So I will do that now and then come back and show you. Okay, so you could see how beautiful it is looking already. So I finished stitching my boning on it. So like I told you, this boning, this one is about 1/2 an inch. There is a boning of 1/4 inch. I have it in my closet. So you can actually use this one. This 1/2 inch boning is better. The other one is a little bit tinier. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn. So you see, this is the right side, the fabric, and then this is the lining. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take it, so you see how it is looking beautiful already. So what I'm going to, I'll turn it now and then open it up and show you. I'll just take it back to my machine and then stitch. So that is why I asked you to leave about 1/4 of an inch, so you'll be able to stitch around to turn this sleeve. Okay, so you see I finished turning it. So you see the sleeve is looking, because of the boning, so you see it is well structured already. So the next thing, I'm just going to turn it out and then I'll show you how to attach it on the dress. So you see it is looking so beautiful. So at the end of the day, here is how you fix it. You are just going to take this part like this. So you really don't need to stitch it inside. You can just pin it like this. That's, you use your needle and thread and then you attach it on the center part. Depends on where you actually want to attach it from. And then you take it like this and then you bring it to the back. Okay, so you attach the back part on it. So you see how it is standing. So after that, what you are just going to do, you are going to take your applique. So that is why you really don't need to stitch it inside, and then you cover up this part like this. So I've not tapped it, so that's why it's falling down. So you cover up this part with your applique and then cover up the other part. So this sleeve, you can actually do it like this, or you can do it as a sleeveless. So thank you so much. So you see our boning structured sleeve is looking so beautiful. Thank God it came out well. So if you find this video helpful, I will appreciate if you hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what I did. So thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you.